What's up, Flappers? My name is Bair. Believe it or not, I actually grew up in the backwoods of Arkansas.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I knew how to skin a deer before I knew how to talk to a woman. You know what they say, that was before hoes.
Welcome to another episode of Crazy Stories from Comedians. I'm JRD, and welcome to Raccoon TV. My guest today is Bair. Bair, welcome.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Not much. Now, Bair, you told me you have a story on one of my favorite subjects, hunting.
Yeah, me and one of my buddies, we had a encounter with a melanistic mountain lion, which,
Ooh.
if you know anything about wildlife biology, they're not supposed to exist.
Wait. So you had an encounter with an extinct animal?
Not extinct. I'm talking about mythical. There's never been one on record. Like,
Were you on mushrooms?
no, I was 100% sober.
I don't believe that at all.
Okay, that's a fair point. You do know.
Yeah.
So, melanism in animals is like when it's the opposite of albinism. So, like when an animal, all their pigment goes black. So, like it happens.
I think I've heard of these things. Like they're supposed to be like ginormous, like, right?
No. There's nothing different about them genetically other than just the color of their pigment. So, like albinism, they all turn white.
Yeah.
Melanism, they turn black. And it's been proven that it happens in some cat species, but not all cat species. And actually, funny story, the Arkansas Game and Fish used to say that there was not a breeding population of mountain lions in Arkansas at all until one was run over in Prescott, Arkansas, right by my dad's house on the interstate. And they're like, well, I guess we got him. So
Was it your dad that ran it over?
no, but like we had seen them when we were out coon hunting and stuff at night, and so we knew they were out there.
Whoa! You need to leave the raccoons alone.
Okay, I grew up coon hunting. My family, they're all state champion coon hunters.
Well, then
so.
you gotta go.
Well, this story takes place at a place called Mount George, Arkansas. I was hunting with a really good friend of mine. His name's Garrison Rhodes. He will back me up on every bit of this story. And
I don't think Gary was sober either.
probably not. But we were walking in on this ridge on Mount George, and we both, little background on both of us, the way I met him, he was in my unit when I was in the Army. Mm-hmm. And so, like really good friend of mine. I trust him with my life, and I know that he's not the type of person to scare easy. And we were walking down this ridge, and he went off on one side of it. I went up about another 200-300 yards and went off on the other side. And we've got our bows, and I've got a sidearm on me because anytime I'm hunting, I always carry a sidearm just in case.
Okay, quick question. What are we hunting for at this particular time?
Whitetail, deer.
So were you guys just trying to flush them out then?
Well, no, with the way it's right before the rut, and especially in this part of Arkansas, what the bucks will do is they'll run the tops of these ridges, smelling for does on each side because the wind will rush up and the scent on top of the ridge.
Okay.
So the bucks will work the top and then come down. So we were trying to be on opposite ends of this ridge. That way, if one came from either direction, we'd have a chance at it.
Okay.
And we were there for maybe 2-3 hours. We walked in, he slipped in on one side, I slipped in on the other. And I'm wearing a leaf suit, kind of like a ghillie suit, and trying to be, and I'm on the ground, leaned back against a tree. Sat there for about 3-4 hours, hadn't seen nothing, nothing but squirrels and birds and things like that. And then right about 45 minutes before it gets dark, it gets quiet. And when I say it gets quiet, like the birds quit chirping, the crickets quit chirping, the frogs quit croaking.
Like what? Like a wizard's casting a spell, kind of quiet?
Yeah, quiet enough that I grew up in the woods. I've been around the woods my whole life.
Oh, we believe that.
And so it freaked me the fuck out. I was like, dude, it just got quiet, and I felt weird, and I was kind of embarrassed, but I was like, dude, I don't feel comfortable sitting down here on this ridge. So I slowly start making my way back up the ridge, and all I can sit there, I'm just like, man, he's gonna make so much fun of me. Like, I got scared and left before dark, and I'm just sitting there thinking about how much he's gonna chew my ass. And I get to the top of the ridge, and damn asshole's sitting there waiting on me. And I'm like, what's going on, man? And he's like, dude, I don't know. I got a bad feeling something ain't right. And so now we both independently of each other just had a bad feeling. So we're like, okay, we're going to get out of here.
I like how you were both scared of the dark.
I mean, pretty much that's what it was. We were scared of the dark and the quiet at this point. That's all it was. And so we start walking back up this ridge to where my truck is. And
quick question.
Okay.
Quick question. Do you have a gun rack in your truck?
Yes.
knew it.
So I'm still carrying my bow because it's still a little bit of daylight, like the sun's starting to go down, and I think we've got like maybe 10, 15 minutes of shooting light left. So I'm still got my bow out in case we see something on the way. And I got a little flashlight in my pocket, and I'm walking, and I see the shadow up in the, like behind this, like the trail's overgrown, right? And so there's just weeds and stuff, and like I can see this shadow in these weeds, and I'm like, man, what is that? And I asked Garrison, I'm like, hey man, like, what is that up there? He's like, I don't know, it's probably just a shadow. And then when I stepped right, that damn shadow stepped left, and there it is, a mountain lion, black as night. And I'm like, dude, that's a cat. And he's like, yeah, it's a cat. And he's like, you know, when you bow hunt, you have a release on your hand.
Yeah.
When you're.
So you don't get snapped.
Right. So I fucking, like, I'm trying to undo my release so I can get to my pistol because that thing is coming in on the exact, like, where we walked in.
Is it stalking you at this point?
It looks, or I don't know what the damn thing was doing, but it looked like it was coming in on the tracks that we had walked in on. And so I'm freaking out, and I'm grabbing my sidearm, and all he's got is a crossbow. And as soon as I get a light out to where I can see it really well, it steps behind this, like, I don't know, like a pile of limbs or something, like where, because
kind of like debris. Yeah.
They had clear cut it a long time ago, and there was still like some brush pile and stuff. And so this cat steps behind this brush pile, didn't make a sound, like not like, you know, when you're walking through the woods, like. Everything, bobcats, squirrels, everything.
Especially when you're hunting and trying to be quiet, it's like...
Exactly. This damn thing did not make a sound. And it stepped behind that brush pile.
And you were like, uh-oh, I lost it?
Yeah, we can't see it anymore. It's getting dark, and it's quiet as shit. And
it's black on top of that.
So, what we ended up doing is my buddy...
How far away is the truck?
Maybe another half a mile. So we ended up going back to back. I've got my flashlight and a sidearm like this, and he's behind me holding a hunting knife and a crossbow on his arm, and we're walking back to back, slowly back to the truck. It took us like 45 minutes to go that half a mile, because, I mean, you see something like that. Cause
that sounds like something out of a cartoon. You guys cartooned your way back to your truck?
Dude, it was a big cat, too, because
How big would you say it was?
Like, at least 100 pounds. I got an 80-pound coon dog. It was way bigger than that. And
so this thing you hallucinated was at least 100 pounds?
At least 100 pounds. Okay. And I know it wasn't a bobcat because when it went behind the brush pile, I could see the tail on that thing. And bobcats don't have a tail that looks like a fucking dragon's tail. So we were freaking out. We get back to the truck and...
were there elves dancing on the truck?
No, there was not elves dancing on the fucking truck. But we get back to the truck, and the first thing I do, he gets in on the passenger side, I get on the driver's side, and I lock the door. As if the cat's going to jump in the truck.
Like you're afraid it has thumbs?
Yeah. Well, dude, I don't know what I was thinking. I was freaking out because there's not supposed to be mountain lions up there. There's mountain lions on Mount George, I promise you that. And the fact that it was black, like pitch black. And I've done some research since then. There's never been a reported case of a melanistic mountain lion. And what most people in history have called melanistic mountain lions, they were in South America and they were seeing melanistic jaguars. And they were calling them the same thing.
Gotcha.
So either I saw a jaguar, which I really doubt, or melanistic mountain lions can happen, and they are real. So.
Well, there you have it. The costs and effects of marijuana use, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Bair, I just want to thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah.
And if you guys enjoyed Bair and Jer, you can enjoy them more on my podcast. Just Google, excuse me, just Google JRD's Comics you've never heard of that you should probably know, and look for the episode Fighting with the Bear. All right. And keep tuning in to Raccoon TV for more great content, guys. Have a good day.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.